Hey guys, welcome back to the Glenscope channel, where today we are taking a look at the We Charity scandal, which has enveloped Justin Trudeau and a good portion of the Liberal Party. So when I first heard about this, it really didn't seem like a big deal. Governments outsource, things that they do all the time. Now, again, as long as it happens ethically, then it really doesn't matter. If there's like a bid, if they actually have the, resources to actually handle the, requested services, then that makes all the sense in the world. But as more information kept getting released, dots started lining up that should not be lined up. So I wanted to take a little bit of time just sort of go over what we know so far. So the main premise of the scandal is that the government gave We Charity $900 million to distribute. It was originally reported as a contract, but it's to distribute $900 million in student aid. On top of that, they were also given $19.5 million to cover administrative costs. Of that amount, $5 million is for non-profits to provide volunteer jobs for students. So when they say that, they actually mean jobs at We Charity. And because of this program, almost 500 people were laid off because this program has been taken back at this point. But these aren't jobs that were being created. These were jobs that were already at We Charity. So this is not additional jobs. This is just to keep We Charity operating with those 500 people. So it's a little bit disingenuous to say, they're going to provide this for, for volunteer jobs for students. No. This is to provide funding for people already working for We Charity. Okay, so here where it gets even more strange, because We Charity produced this election-style ad for Justin Trudeau. And it's basically a voiceover saying, how good Canada is, all this stuff, and, Justin Trudeau keeps popping up, and they do all these, like, overlays and everything, and it's very well done. Like, they spent a lot of money on this. I would be curious to see who exactly paid for this, like, where this money came from We Charity to actually get permission to use, Justin Trudeau to actually do this. Now, you also need to look at who else involved with the Liberal Party is actually working with We Charity, and it starts making a little bit more sense. For example, Bill Moreno has ties to We Charity, did not steer clear of cabinet discussions, and did not recuse himself. He has not one, but two family members directly working for We Charity, including one of them as an actual paid contract employee. We also have Gerald Butts, who is the PM Chief of Staff, as listed in the 2016 annual report, Outstanding Partners and Supporters. Was their annual outstanding partnership and support repaid with fee arena rallies and earned media for PM and other Liberal politicians? Again, this was in 2016. This was prior to that ad we just saw a little snippet of. Now, it still gets even weirder, because the Prime Minister's mom and brother were both paid to speak at We Charity events. And it's not just they were being paid directly by We Charity, they're actually being paid by We Charity subsidiaries. So it's like they're trying to hide where that money is going for. Now, obviously, Margaret Trudeau is not actually being paid $250,000 per engagement. It's like $9,000, but she does like 30 events, and it starts to add up. But when that money is being released by the Canadian taxpayers to We Charity, like, what is she speaking towards? Is she speaking, Liberal talking points, or is it actually for the charity? Like, what is the message being pushed? And if it's political, I believe that crosses a line. And this is just the latest scandal to hit the Liberal Party. And I would be very surprised if this was the last one. For example, they had the Christmas vacation to the Bahamas. That was when they used taxpayer funding to actually go on vacation. And then we also had the SNC-Lavalin debacle, which was ruled as a clear ethics violation. They shouldn't have done what they did with SNC-Lavalin. And then we have just like weirdness with just, Justin Trudeau's choice of attire in India. Again, I'm not reading The Sun. This is CBC News here. This is a left of center publication. And they're taking real issue with this. And I take issue with it as well. The Liberal Party has had major issues with ethical violations since they came to power in 2015. And it's not just Justin Trudeau that has had difficulty deciding on what is ethical or not. A lot of his cabinet seems to not be able to tell either, and support the Prime Minister over the first ethics violation over the SNC-Lavalin affair, and now over the We Charity, which is looking more and more like Strike 2. As a voting Canadian, this makes me very concerned, as this is the government we have, which is running the show over a closed parliament. Even the Bloc leader says Justin needs to step down, at least temporarily, while the investigation happens. So it seems Canadians are waking up a bit as to the reality of who is running Canada. So, okay, I think that's it for now. If you like the summary, please like and subscribe. The response so far on the channel has been incredible, and I look forward to reading all your comments. I do read comments, and I try to respond to the ones that I can. And as well, I also have a Twitter. If you want to check that out, this is my latest tweet. I will try not to blow up your Twitter feed, and I will see you guys in the next one.